I want to get the gate installed on the pig pen so that we can possibly go pick up the pigs sometime later this week. So let's go see if we can get that done. The first step is going to be to cut the fence where we're putting the gate. So I'm going to use these little bolt cutters and we'll get the gate cut and then we can start fitting the gate into the opening. So I got the gate hung and it actually turned out pretty well. I've hung a couple gates that didn't turn out so well. This one actually makes it look like I know what I'm doing. So one thing you want to make sure when you're hanging a gate for pigs is that you don't put both of the brackets so they're facing up, because a pig's nose is strong enough, they'll just lift the gate right up off the hinges. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So these hinges, that one right there, you can see is facing up. So if a pig were to get underneath that gate, it could just lift it right up off the gate, right? So up here, you've got to have it facing down. So if the pig tries to lift it up, it's lifting right up into the bracket there and it can't lift it up. And in order to do that, this part of the tube gate right here, you can loosen up this nut and then slide it down. So when you put your hinge in, this can drop down, you get your gate into place, and then you lift it up onto the hinge. So that's how you do that. So, like I had mentioned before, this gate is a tube utility gate, and obviously those spaces in between would be fine for a calf or a cow, but probably even a full-size sheep would be able to sneak through there. Definitely a pig or piglet would be able to fit through there. So what I'm going to do is that section of hog panel, I don't know if you can see it in the light, right here, that we cut off over the opening to put the gate in here, I'm going to strap on to the gate so that the pigs can't get through there. And I'm going to use zip ties to start, and then I'll probably also use some wire ties just in case the zip ties break, because I don't want to trust zip ties to a lot of force. They work fine for the sheep and cows because the sheep and cows really don't, test it too much, but I have a feeling that the pigs will test it a little bit more. So I'm going to zip tie it on, and then I'll probably add some straps. So let's see if we can get that done. So I mentioned I wanted to have the gate going this way, opening inward, so that if the pigs were to push against it, it would push up against that post. So That's going to work. I was trying to figure out which side I wanted to put the panel on, but Homestead Boy number 2 made the point that for the same reason, we should put the panel on the inside so that if the pigs push against it, they're pushing against it and the gate, not the other way around. If I put it on the other side, they could possibly break the ties by pushing against it. So I'll bring the camera in closer, we'll zip tie this up and see how it works. So we got the panel zipped onto the gate. I just used zip ties at this point because it's getting late, it's getting hot. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not real hot out, but it's really humid. So I'm sweating like a pig. But we got it zipped on. I left a little bit on the left side. If you can see here, there's some overlap there. And that'll just kind of hopefully help keep the pigs' noses away from the edge of the gate. I'm probably gonna run electric through here as well, but I'm going to leave that on there for now. If I need to, I can always trim off that piece later. But as you can tell, it is going to close right up against that post. You going to close it? Thanks, bud. It closes right up against that post. So if the pigs push on it, they'll be pushing against the post as well. So, and American guinea hogs aren't real big, so I think that should be fine. So yeah, so we'll get the wire tie on there at some point. For now, I'm just gonna throw the chain around there to keep the gate closed. I do have gate hardware that I'm gonna put right up here. So it'll latch closed when the gate closes, and then I'll use the chain as a double measure as well. So that's what we're doing.